song, you better get it on. You should always have a chick while you on your throne. Nobody cares, you better stay alive. But for now, we up to bat, we yelling hit or die. Hit or die, 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 hit or die. That's two for me, one for the team, and we won't stop till we get the ring. Hit or die, 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 hit or die. That's two for me, one for the team, and we won't stop till we get the ring.
Hey everybody, welcome to the HIT.OR.DIE podcast, episode 46. We are here with your hosts, HIT.OR.DIE and Chad Rothberg. And as you can see, these two beautiful ladies are joining us. Our wives, this is my wife, Nikki.
Hi.
And as you can see, Jake's wife, Andrea, over there.
Hi.
Behind the
You did it deliberately.
Huh?
You did it deliberately.
Yeah, of course.
Nikki,
Get right in.
let's get right into it. What's wrong, Chad?
Chad's not
Nothing.
happy. Chad is not happy.
Nikki,
No.
how's the quarantine been with your hubby?
It's been interesting.
For 2 weeks?
I think he is used to being home. I'm not used to being home with him. So I don't know if it's really affecting him more than it's affecting me.
So Chad, what say you?
I've already said this before on the other podcast. I like
That's true. Yeah, you do.
Well, wait. What did he say on the other podcast?
Oh, so he said that spending time with. You want to say it, Chad, or you want me to?
No, go ahead. You can tell her.
I was just talking about how being home and being with the kids and having no baseball, spending time with the family. He's enjoyed that.
Okay, yeah, being home with the kids.
But being home with Nikki,
Yeah.
He didn't say it was bad. No, he mentioned he said family. He said
Nikki's
family.
working, and I said family, but Nikki's working, so she's
In a different room.
she's in the room working on her computer and doing her dictations and her phone calls and stuff, and I'm,
Out in the other room.
playing video games.
video games, watching Netflix. I finished the whole season of All American.
One whole
season
season.
2 in 4 days. So
hmm I kind of get to see what he does every day now.
Does it anger you at any?
Does it what?
Does it anger you at any point in time?
No, I mean, it doesn't. I don't get angry, but now I just have a glimpse into his life.
she's just trying not to make me look bad on our podcast. She's probably
Yeah,
thinking
I'll just flat out tell you, mine would be angry.
there's a lot of time that Chad could do more, or Chad could do more with his time.
That'll always be the case. You'll always be able to do more.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting into it. Can you both, Nikki, you first, get into your athletic history, your background?
God,
You were a college athlete.
how far back?
It's
Oh,
not
what'd you
very
do in high
far.
school? What'd you do in high school or junior college? And obviously you went to college and did something specific. So just a little background on your athletic career.
Okay. I grew up playing sports. I was very athletic and pretty much all year round was playing something. But then high school, I focused on volleyball. I didn't play any other sports in high school. And then,
You quit a sport.
wow. Okay. I did freshman basketball, not even for that long. Do you even know how long it was for?
It doesn't matter. You
Okay.
started it.
I started it and I stopped playing because I wanted to play club volleyball.
Quit. She quit.
It was travel volleyball and it was during basketball, and so
Everybody on our show knows what we feel about travel things. So
okay, but it was different then than it is now. Now it's crazy. But back then Like I didn't even do travel until I was a freshman in high school. Like kids are doing it and they're like 10, so it's totally different. But anyways,
Agreed.
and then went to City for 2 years and played volleyball there. And then I got a scholarship, a full ride scholarship to school in.
Oh, hold on. How many scholarships does volleyball get?
I don't know.
No, they get all full ride scholarships.
No, not everybody on our team had.
So how many players did you have on your team?
I don't know, like 15.
So they probably give out 13 scholarships. We get 11.7 for 35 guys.
Okay, anyways. So I went to a small school in Savannah, Georgia called Armstrong Atlantic. I played there for 2 years, graduated on time, and I haven't picked up a volleyball since I left.
Interesting.
Well, did you have any questions for a tremendous athletic career, or?
No,
We're gonna move.
why do you say it like that?
You say it like
No,
that.
she did. She was a baller. Like, I'll give her that. I didn't miss hardly any volleyball games
Well,
while we were together.
okay.
Clarified that there.
Well, she's, I didn't. I even came to some when we weren't together.
Did you even watch
So
them
you did-
online
You have
I
a
watched some online when she was
in
in
Georgia? Yeah.
But she didn't get a lot of playing time because her coach is a tool bag, and almost got me kicked out of Oral Roberts, by the way. So word to the wise, if your girlfriend doesn't get playing time, do not send a private email to their coach, because that email will get sent to your dean at your college, and you will get called into the office. I almost got expelled from Oral Roberts University for the language that I used towards her coach.
What year was that for you, Dad?
2007,
That was senior year.
or it was fall 2006, I guess.
Yeah.
So I sent it because they came out to California for, like a road trip,
tournament.
and her mom went, her dad went.
Well, they came out we did Southern California first, and then we did Northern California.
But the thing is that
Your mom went.
my mom even went, and Nikki didn't even play. Like, the coach didn't even get her in the games.
Yeah.
And like, the girl in front of her was, a freshman recruit, so she was there for like all the years. And
She was my age, but she
was there for
as a freshman.
So
Yeah.
it was the coach's favorite player was in her spot, and I saw her play, and Nikki was better than her, but that's the coach's person or whatever. But just to not have, with her family and even my family out to watch her, like, they didn't even she didn't even play, and that's just kind of that. And then senior day, she didn't even play on senior night.
No, I played, but I didn't start. He put me in, like, I don't even think it was the first game.
Yeah. So, I just had mixed emotions, and you know how I feel about people that don't do things the right way, or I'm not afraid to call anybody out. And,
That I know.
I threatened him because I was going there for Thanksgiving, and I pretty much told him, I better not see you while I'm in Georgia, or I'm going to whoop your, what. So that didn't go over well.
Well, and then I got called in to my coach's office.
Your season was over, though, luckily.
It was at the end, yeah. But
it wasn't going to affect her playing time. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting.
But then, yeah, did you call me before I found out, or did I find out first?
No, I got called in to my coach's office, and he said that
she didn't know I did it, by the way.
No, I didn't.
I did it on my own.
Yeah. And my coach said, I got this email from, this person, and he's saying
I'm right here. You can say my name. Chad Rothford.
I don't remember what he said exactly, but basically he's like, I'm going to be sending this to, Oral Roberts, and, I hope that, basically, like, trying to threaten me for what he had done, and I had no idea that he had done it. So then I called you after I had that meeting with my coach, and I was, like, crying. I remember that. And you were like, oh, he wasn't even, like, worried. He was just like, oh, he's not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah.
Because I was that player to my coach that the girl in front of her spot was. I knew nothing was going to happen to me.
And you?
But it almost did, though. I almost got
Chad's still
expelled.
talking about himself. So I was going to let him finish talking about himself before I spoke.
Chad.
I didn't know Ricky was on the show.
It's jacked up.
And you?
My earlobes are all the same size.
My little athlete?
My athletic career ended in the 8th grade.
Not really.
It did.
You played tennis.
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot. Yeah.
Holy shit. That's where we met.
Yeah, I did. Played tennis.
Jake was a tennis player, I heard.
Wait, is that where you really met playing tennis?
I don't think it was
I
actually
remember we-
playing tennis. No.
She used to want to hit balls. She always wanted, like, we
I
warmed
used
up.
to want to hit balls.
Yeah, she used to ask me to warm up with her all the time. What do you mean?
I don't remember that at all. I don't remember ever asking you that.
Poor woman.
I did ask for a
Yeah.
ride
You asked for a couple. Be real.
in the truck.
Because
Not.
you like truck.
I did like his truck. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And what? Okay. So you played tennis, right?
I played tennis.
But your first love was
Soccer.
soccer. So moving on.
Next.
2,000 years later.
Name 5 current Major League Baseball players. Ready, go.
Their like their
Played.
first and last name.
Last name's fine.
Trout.
1.
Aaron Judge.
There you go. 2. Shoot, I feel like I should know this.
Coco Crisp.
No, he doesn't play anymore.
At least she knew that.
I'm trying to think of
Bellinger.
Bellinger. There you go.
Who does he play for?
The Dodgers.
Yeah, Dodgers.
Am I right? Okay.
The other pitching guy that plays for the Dodgers who lost it in the playoff game.
Kershaw.
Yep. Oh, that's 5.
I
That's 4.
think it's 4.
What about Fukudome and the Riot?
Terrio.
Terrio.
Plays for
Come
the
on, Ryan Terrio.
The one that you think. I kind of look like Luke. What?
Boy. There you go. I don't know. Like, I know more. Like, I recognize them by their body. That sound bad. Than like name.
We're going to have to put some pictures up of
Oh, Bryce Harper.
There you go.
I could recognize that body.
Okay, so I thought this was gonna be more.
He's got another question.
Okay.
Next question.
How far is it from home plate to first base? How many feet?
75.
Well, high school all the way up.
90.
90. How many pitchers can pitch in one game?
3.
How many pitchers can pitch in one game?
Unlimited. As many pitchers as you have on the team.
That is correct.
That's a trick question. That's not fair.
Obviously, it's not a trick question.
It's getting
Can you
competitive now.
name the defensive positions by number?
Huh? The what?
The defensive positions by number.
So shortstop has a number.
SS. Oh, a number?
Yeah.
He's 3.
No.
4.
No. I don't know the numbers. No. Who knows that?
So, like when there's a double play and they say it's a 6-4-3 double play,
Oh.
who do you think 6-4-3
6
is?
is the shortstop. 3 is the second baseman.
No, 6-4-3.
Oh. 6 is the shortstop. 4 is the second baseman. 3 is the first baseman.
So what's 9? What position would 9 be?
Wait.
Bullpen.
4, 3, 4. I don't know, an outfielder.
Which one?
Left field.
No.
No, I think it's right field.
Right field.
How do you know this?
You know how many games? I'm telling you, She's been to so
I'm
many.
very supportive. I'm a very supportive.
This is why I don't care if she listens to the podcast.
All right, what's the next one?
Number 5.
Huh? Like what position is number 5?
5.
The pitcher.
What?
No,
I said
not
pitcher. Not the
I said
pitcher.
too, but I guess it's not.
Not pitcher.
Is it third base?
It's third base, yeah. We got to work on that.
Yeah, I said.
No rhyme or reason to these numbers.
All right, next.
Well, pitcher's 1.
I never understood it either, why you have to do numbers.
Is the catcher 2?
Mhm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Stay in a
7,
position
8,
with-
9.
You actually did that right.
Okay, next question.
I was then knowing what your knowledge about baseball was, your perspectives on what happened with the Houston Astros, in your opinion, the scandal.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could pick off a pitch not having cameras if you wanted to, or you could try to, and maybe you could figure it out. So to me, like, is it kind of like shady? Like, yes, but I don't think that should be like stripping anybody's titles or like World Champion Series, whatever.
So to do that, so if you go in to take the bar exam and somebody gives you all the answers.
That just happened on this last bar exam.
I don't care. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying if somebody gives you all the answers.
Yeah. Okay, it just happened. So go ahead, Chad. Finish.
What happened on the last bar exam was the state bar actually leaked out the topics, because you have certain topics in each area of law, like contracts law, like property law, whatever, like family law. They leaked out the topics that were going to be addressed on the state bar, and all of the people, all the students graduating that are going to be taking the state bar knew what the topics were going to be, which significantly helps your chances of passing the bar.
Okay, so that's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It significantly helps your chances of winning, but the state bar
That's
let
where
it
you were
happen.
going with it, right? That's where I think she was going with it anyway. Is that doing it with your eyes is different, right? So you pick up a pitcher's tell, that's different.
Well, I think it helps your chance of winning, but I don't think it like determines who's going to win the game or not. You still fucking have to hit the ball. Sorry, I said the F word.
To me, it's like you can have the signs, but you still have to have some sort of ability to actually hit the ball. So yes, although you know what's coming at you, just like Nikki's example of the bar exam, you know what's coming at you, you still have to have the right answer. You still have to make contact with the ball. And was there any rule that says you can't put a camera out in the middle of center field and bang a trash can to let somebody know? There was no rule. Is it shady? Yes, absolutely it's shady.
Is it cheating?
No, because you guys all read signs.
Rules.
But we don't use cameras to pick signs.
No, but you read signs. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah, you guys have people that try to pick off the other team's sign.
Yeah, but so the difference is we're trying to do something. The camera actually did it every time.
So what's the difference though? You trying to
Because
do
it's
it and the
100%
camera.
that you have the right pitch to tell the person.
Change. No one changes a pitch once they call a pitch. No, the pitcher doesn't change his mind. He's like, nah, I don't want to throw that. That doesn't happen.
They can, yeah.
It's still the same issue. The issue is picking off pitches.
And you're saying cheating is cheating, both of you. It doesn't, regardless of whether I do it, I notice a pitcher does something every time, and a camera's picking it up. Either way, it's cheating, regardless.
It's the same thing. It's just like levels. Like this is like the camera is obviously like a higher level of picking up pitches or picking up signs or whatever, so you know what pitch is coming. It's just they got smarter about how to do it, and they didn't.
So how do you
get
feel
caught.
that the manager for the Astros and the general manager were fired
Yeah.
and nothing happened to the players? How do you guys feel about that?
Well, the player, what is the player going to do to the manager? Is he going to be like, no, sorry, don't tell me what that pitch is?
If the manager
Like-
broke the monitor being used multiple times.
Two monitors. The manager, so the monitors were actually, it was for the replay. You know how they do replays? So Major League Baseball supplied the cameras for replay, but it's on real time. So the Astros had somebody in there watching real time and was relaying the signs. The manager for the Astros broke 2 monitors because he knew what was going on, so he destroyed 2 of them. He never actually told the players not to do it, but he thought destroying the monitors would tell them not to do it. So the players continue to do it anyways.
And nothing happened to the players.
And nothing happened to the players. They actually granted them immunity by actually coming forth and telling the truth.
Saying what happened. No, I remember hearing that. I mean,
I think responsibility lies at the top. I mean, it's just like at work. If my folks mess up, it's my responsibility. I'm the one responsible for it all.
No, I agree.
So I'm the one that's going to take the fall. I'm not going to let my staff
But nothing's
going to
happen to your staff or employee?
Probably not, no.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know. Because I feel like to a certain extent you need to hold individuals responsible for.
I mean, they're grown-ass men knowing what they were doing.
Are you? Let me talk.
Well, you're spending millions of dollars. You're paying these guys a lot of money to play.
It's not even that. It goes back to it goes way down to just a core basic
Moral.
lesson. You need to hold moral. You need to hold people accountable for things that they do if they are not right. And if you don't hold them accountable for those things, then they're just going to they think they can get away with it, or they can keep doing it, or whatever. So
Public.
I don't necessarily think the manager, you said the manager and the GM got fired. That seems extreme to me, but it also seems extreme that there weren't any type of repercussions for the players. Not saying the player should be kicked off the team,
Or maybe suspended
a
for
fine or something. They fucking fine players all the time. Why not just fine them? These people make hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars.
Do you think public perception is punishment enough for them then?
No.
They're going to go into these stadiums and people are going to boo and just talk trash.
No.
It's basically that. And even now it's not even that because now there's no baseball.
Good players or players that are controversial or whatever, they will get that type of booing or public backlash anyway. So they're used to it and it's not going to faze them, or maybe some people it does affect them. I don't know. To me, I don't think booing is public punishment for that situation.
These guys make millions of dollars. Everyone's going to boo them somewhere because they're the Cubs or the Giants or whatever. They're going to boo them no matter what they do just because they're of a different team. These guys make millions of bucks. I mean, that's not punishment. That someone's going to go, hey, you suck. You're a cheater. So,
no, because people talk shit like that all the time anyways.
Because the player's oh, well, you're paying to watch me play anyways, so.
Exactly. They're sitting there. They paid their however much money to sit in that seat.
So should they have taken the World Series trophy away?
No.
Even if it was proven that they did it in the postseason and helped them win a World Series?
But how can you prove that it helped them win a World Series? Again, the guys still have to make contact.
I love that.
They did use it in the postseason.
Okay, but you use something
You
that
still
doesn't
have
mean.
to hit the ball. Do you know how hard it is to hit a baseball, even if you know what pitch is coming at you? I mean,
It's probably hard for us to do that.
Honestly, it's impressive that somebody can be in a box and face a pitcher throwing 98 miles an hour and off of a whistle in a matter of seconds
Know what they're going to do.
Be able to make contact. I mean, that's impressive also.
That's a lot of information coming at you at one time to make that kind of a split decision.
But those guys are freaks. And Chad knows because he's been there and he's played with a lot of guys that got there.
Never been there.
But I mean, the level's not too different, okay? I mean, you got pretty high. I'm just saying that Chad's different. I've heard people say that it wouldn't have helped them. Him and Lappin they were guest hitters, so it would have just screwed them up. And Jacques was the same way.
No, I would have wanted to.
I think for me, knowing the pitch would have helped me. So
me too, 100%.
When I played Bobby Sox, I was a guest hitter as well.
Little League softball.
Yeah.
She swung at every pitch.
I wouldn't swing at all. I made my mind up. I was just going to hold it there.
I don't think I was not a good softball player. I played softball, but I stopped playing in like junior high because I was not good.
I would write my name with my cleat out in the dirt. That was my entertainment.
I think their take on it is very different, though, than a lot of people that reported on it, which I kind of liked.
What?
Like most people were opposite of you guys. They take the World Series away, put an asterisk by it, punish the players, like just bring it down heavy.
I definitely think the players need to be held more accountable, but like.
But you're an attorney. What do you mean? If they're not going to talk, you grant them immunity to get the story. You're gonna grant them immunity so that you do get the truth, right? I mean,
it's all about like compromise. Like with this whole like quarantine thing and the $2 trillion coronavirus bill that the government has issued. Like each side wants something, and you got to figure out what you're willing to give and what you're willing to to give up in order to get what you want. They wanted whoever MLB or whoever wanted the story from the players about what was happening, and they negotiated to give them immunity.
And I mean, there was other teams that were doing this to some degree. And so to hold the Astros.
Well, right now, there's only been.
I thought it was Astros and another team.
Yeah, right now there's.
Okay, so there's.
I mean,
one.
we've heard other teams, yes, but
proven.
Yes, that have.
Like I've said before, one team's not going to do something that nobody else is doing.
So the Red Sox, the Red Sox punishment is supposed to be coming out apparently.
The Dodgers were big on how bad the Astros were. Well, now Mookie Betts is a Dodger, so how are you going to treat him on your team if he was doing it? Because they beat you in the World Series, in 18.
Yeah,
that's going to go call him out, Whatever. It is what it is.
Okay, what was the other question?
The last thing I was going to do is give you an option to fake news story. So I had five headlines, and out of the five, 4 of them are true. One of them's not true, and you got to pick the false one. It's kind of for all you, really.
Can we do it quick? Because I got to pee.
The first story was Donald Trump invokes Tom Brady to lash out at media during coronavirus briefing.
Wait, say that again.
Is Donald Trump invokes Tom Brady to lash out at media during coronavirus briefing. That's one story.
Fake.
Number 2 was a contestant on the Wheel of Fortune guesses correctly with one letter.
That was true. That's true.
Taking the place of toilet paper, candles have become the new lights out commodity. Number 4, a 101-year-old man survives coronavirus.
That's true.
I saw that.
Okay, and number 5, Russia is reportedly reviewing legislation that could put coronavirus quarantine breakers in jail for 7 years.
I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
I think
the Brady or the candle one?
I don't understand the candle one. What, people are putting a candle up their butt?
Saying taking the place of people were buying all this toilet paper.
Yeah.
And now they're buying candles just in case the electricity.
Oh, that's
okay. So the Brady one.
The Brady, Tom Brady, fake news.
Donald Trump invokes Tom Brady to lash out at media during coronavirus briefing.
That was fake.
This is not the fake story.
So it's the candles?
This is the candles.
Did you make that up?
I did.
Very believable.
Very creative.
I appreciate your time and effort you put into that.
Thanks.
It was good to see you guys. I would love to do it again.
How about you guys do it then?
I don't know why you would love to do it again.
Because I think this was our first time, and I think if we had a little more practice, just like how you guys said your first one sucked, this is Nikki and I doing it for the first time. And so, yeah, we go off topic a little bit. If we were able to, rein it in a little bit more, I think our perspective is completely different. Like we did really good with the Astros thing. That's a good snippet.
I didn't think we went off topic that much.
No.
I think people got their feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I hope your screen's over there on your computer.
Oh, yeah, you got it right. You got it right. It's funny, is I'm El Presidente, though.
I think Chad liked having me on the podcast.
No, I do. I like having you guys on because you're our wives. You know, we love you. You guys do everything with us, and you know, we appreciate you, even though you don't think we probably do. So.
That is true. So we end this a certain way. I don't know what number episode this is.
46.
We should just call it the question mark episode.
No, just put it out there. Who
Uh,
cares?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So how do we close it?
So typically I'll say thank you for listening to the HIT.OR.DIE podcast.
Hit or die. Hit or die.
Thank you for listening to the HIT.OR.DIE podcast featuring
The wives.
the wives of HIT.OR.DIE.
She had to go and do her own thing, didn't she?